welcome to day 3 of our virtual Bible school, Who is Our Neighbor? Our first day's theme was God Loves Us. Yesterday's theme was Let Your Light Shine. Today's theme is God Loves Everyone. And we're going to learn a little bit more about who is our neighbor. Is our neighbor just the person that lives right next door to us? I don't think so. We're going to learn who our neighbor is that encompasses everyone throughout the world. So let's take some time today through our crafts and our songs, our stories, our meditations, our snacks, and even our games to learn that God loves everyone, and we should too.
Jesus, Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Kneels at the feet of his friends, silently washes their feet, Master who pours out himself to them. Jesus, Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Neighbors are wealthy and poor, varied in color and race. Neighbors are near and are far away. Jesus, Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. These are the ones we will serve, these are the ones we will love. All these are neighbors to us and you. Jesus, Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Jesus, Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you.
Hey, welcome back to another great day at Who's My Neighbor Virtual Bible School. I think when we left off yesterday, we were in the middle of a story Jesus told as an answer to our theme question of the week. Who will be visiting us today?
Hi everyone, so good to see you again. Remember me? I was with you at Camp Edge VBS. I can't wait to tell you what happened in the next story. Remember the first passerby thought the man wasn't his neighbor because he didn't know him. But we talked yesterday about how everyone is our neighbor because everyone is created and loved by God. So you'll never guess what happened next. Check this out. So, likewise, a priest helper, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. Can you believe it? Another person just walked by on the poor man. Why would he do that? Is everyone in so much of a hurry these days?
I don't know, but maybe he just didn't know how to begin? What if he messed up? And he might have been scared that he might have not been able to give him all the help he needed. He was just one person after all.
Well, he could have gone and found someone to come help, like a friend or a teacher or a pastor, someone who knew what to do.
We're learning this week about how many neighbors we have, and I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed about how I could help. Maybe like the people in the story. But because I've been learning all of this stuff with you all, I also know that I'm not alone. There are all kinds of other people in the world who can help me help others. And I learned on the first day the biggest help we have is God. We never have to be afraid because we have God by our side, Because we are loved by God, we don't ever have to be afraid.
That's what a person called a Samaritan did. He was the real neighbor to the man on the road.
What did he do?
2 people walked by, but a Samaritan was a good neighbor to the man. He stopped and bandaged up his wounds, brought him to an inn, and paid for a room for the man so he could rest and feel better, even though the man was different from him. Neighbors can be different from us, even people we don't know, and still be our neighbors because we all come from God's neighborhood. That's what we will talk about tomorrow.
Wow, thanks for stopping by today, Spark, and helping us learn that even though people might look, sound, or act differently than us, they are all still our neighbors.
I'm going to teach you how to make a tissue paper cross that'll look something like this one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to take your cross and you're going to pop out. Yours will have all of these things filled in it, and you're going to pop all those out and then remove the white plastic backing from it, and so you'll have the sticky side. And then you're going to take your tissue paper squares, and you can do whatever colors you want, and put them on here, covering all the open spaces. And it's okay if they go over like this, they're not right there, because you can cut them all later. So then once you put all them on, you can cut off all. Okay, so I'm done cutting off all this excess part, and if the back has some part that's like not sticking, like right here, if there's another piece of paper there, if you want to cut that a little bit shorter so it's not sticking out, you can. And you're done.
Hello virtual campers. Today for our craft we're going to make origami. Origami is a traditional Japanese art that involves using a piece of paper and folding to create something. Here's a few examples of things I've made before. Here's an origami Yoda. If you like Star Wars, you'll know what that is. And here's an origami fox. What I'm going to be teaching you today is easier than this because these designs were very hard. First, we'll start off very simple with a paper airplane. Then we'll move on to some baby chickens. After that, I'll teach you how to fold a lotus flower. And then I'll teach you how to make a star box. And finally, I'll teach you how to fold the classic paper crane. I do recommend that while watching these tutorials, you pause at any time you need and go back. It's very important to be concise and make your folds as sharp and good as you can. Good luck. I'm going to make a paper airplane. For this design, a square or a rectangle would work. So first, you're going to take your piece of paper and fold it in half, the skinny way. Make a good crease, and then unfold. Now, you're going to take this top corner and fold it inwards, like so. Then you're going to take the other corner and fold it in the same way, just like this one. So it should look like this. Then, once you've done that, you're going to take this corner here and you're going to fold that over to meet this middle line. This should fold like so. Then you're going to take this corner as well and fold it to that same point. Now, once you've done this, you're going to take your plane and you're going to fold this side all the way over to this side. So it should look like this. Now, once you've done that, you can take this top, this here, and fold it down to meet this corner here, this line. So you're going to take this and fold it down like this. And then you're going to turn it the other way, flip it over, and do the same thing. And then, ta-da, here you have a paper airplane. For this design, we will be making baby chickens. They look something like this. They stand up too. You can have them either stand like this, here, or here, like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to start with a square piece of paper, and you want to fold it in half. That is the first step. You're going to bring these two corners together. So you should have a triangle like this. Then, this is what you're going to do to form the beak. You're going to take this corner and fold it down however much looks right to you. Like this. So you're going to take this and fold it down. Once you've done that, unfold and flip your paper, and then you can see this crease from the fold you just made. You're going to fold along that same line, like this. Then, once you've done that, here's the tricky part. You're going to take this, you're going to fold it in to the middle like this. So you want to open it up, and you want to put your finger here like this, to hold this in half, and then you're going to take your other finger and take this and push it inwards like this. And here you have that fold. Now, you're going to take this corner here and fold it up like this. Then you're going to flip it over and fold this corner up the same amount as you did the last one. So you have these two corners that are even, and now you're going to take these and fold them inside like this. So now you have a chick, and if you'd like, you can take a pencil and you can give it some eyes. You could even give it some wings if you want. Something like this. And here's your chick. Ta-da! For our third design today, we will be folding a lotus flower. So first, you're going to begin with the color that you'd like for the petals down. So I would like this color for my petals, so I'm placing this side down. Then you're going to fold diagonally both ways in half. Watch carefully. After you fold, unfold, rotate 90 degrees, and fold the other way. Feel free to pause at any time you need. So once you've folded that, unfold, and now you're going to take, oh, sorry about that. Now you're going to take the corner and fold it to the center of the square. You should be folding it to where you can see there's an intersection here of where your two folds. That's where you're folding your corners to the center. Try and make your creases as good as possible because better creases make for a better final product. So we have our second fold to the middle. Now we'll do our third. And finally, our fourth. Now that you've done that, you're again going to fold all four corners to the center, just like you just did. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, so now you should have this little square. Once you have done that, you're going to take your square and turn it over. You want it to be flipped. This is very important. Now, again, for the third time, you're going to fold all four corners to the center. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now it should look like this. Make sure your creases are nice and sharp. Now, once you've done that, you're going to fold out each corner part way to form an 8-pointed star, like this. So just about halfway. This doesn't have to be super exact. You just want it to be about the same for each one. One, 2, 3, and 4. Good. It should look something like this. Now, once more, you're going to flip it over. This is very important, don't forget. Now you're going to take each of these little corners in the middle and you're going to fold them out like this. You're gonna make it just like that. See? Like this. Do that with all 4 of them. There you go. Now finally, the last step is you're going to take these little corners in the middle here and you're going to do what you just did. You're going to take it and fold it halfway outwards, like that. And there you have it. Here is your lotus flower. For the next design today, we're going to be folding a star box. So first, with the color side up, you're going to make a diagonal fold. Then you want to unfold and do a diagonal fold the other way. Unfold again, and then you're going to flip your paper over. Next, you want to make a fold horizontally to make a rectangle. Again, you want these first folds to be as concise and clean as you can. They will make it much easier later on. So unfold, and then make another horizontal fold the other way. Unfold for the last time. So now we're going to create a base for our box. This is probably the hardest part of the design, but you can do it. So what you're essentially going to do is you're going to take the corners and fold them in. Your diagonal folds should be up like this, and your horizontal folds should be down. So you want to take these two corners and fold them in. Your piece of paper should fold just like that, but I'll show you a couple more times to see if it helps make more sense. So you want it to fold like that, and then you'll have you'll have this base. If you can't make that work, there is one other way you can do this. You fold in half like this, fold in half again, and then you take this corner and you do a squash fold. So you take from over here and you pick it up and you squish it down like this. And then once you've done that, you'll go to the other side, flip it over, and do the same thing. If you have a really hard time folding this, with my instructions, I suggest looking up water bomb base on YouTube, and you should be able to find some more tutorials there. But now we're going to continue on and make our star box. So you're going to take this corner and fold it to this center line here. And make sure that this side, the bottom, you're folding it like this. You want this side where it opens pointing towards you. So fold to the center, crease well, and then fold the other side. Make sure to crease well. After you've done that, you're going to flip over your paper. Once again, fold these two to the middle. Good. So now the pointier end should be pointing towards you. What you're going to do is you're going to take this flap here. You're going to put your finger in between like this. And you're going to do what's called a squash fold. So you're going to pick this up and you're going to squish it down with your finger like this. Show you again with this one. Put your finger in this slit here, and then take your other finger and squash it down like that. Good job. Then once you've done that, you're going to take your box, flip it, and do the same over here. Put your finger in the slit and squash it down. Good. Now, once you've done this, you're going to take this side and fold it over. Then you want to flip, and again, take this side and fold it over. Once you've done that, you're going to take this corner here and fold it into the center, like so. Then take the opposite, and again, fold into the center. Flip over your piece and repeat the same. Take this corner here and fold it into this line. Good. You're very close. Now you're going to take this point and fold it back as far as it can go. So it should be bending right about here. You shouldn't be pulling it further than it should go. Then flip, fold back, and now you're going to take this corner here and fold it over. Then flip, take this corner and fold it over. Once again, you're going to take this point and fold it back, flip, take this point and fold it back. So this is what you have right now. This is how it should look. Now we have to make our box. So you can see there's a little opening here. What you want to do is pick up these flaps gently, and you can see the bottom is currently pointed, and you want to put your hand in here and press these creased edges outwards like this. So press outwards. And then, just like that, you have a Skybox. So you can put anything inside of here you'd like. You can make a bigger Starbox, a smaller Starbox, but here it is. Good job. To make a paper crane, start off with a square piece of paper. Whatever color you would like your crane, place face up on the working surface in front of you. First, you're going to fold one corner to the other, doing a diagonal valley fold. Make sure to crease well, and then unfold. After you've done this, you're going to turn and then fold the other two corners together diagonally. Once you've done this, again, you're going to unfold your paper and then you're going to flip it. Now, you're going to take these two corners and fold them to these two corners, making a horizontal fold. Once you've done that, unfold, rotate your paper, and again, fold these two corners to the other two corners. Once you've done this, again, you're going to unfold. You should have two horizontal folds and two diagonal folds. Now, for the tricky part, you're going to take these two corners and fold them to this corner here. If you've made your folds clean enough, it should fold together just like that. I'll show you one more time. You're going to take these two corners, and fold them to this corner here. It should fold in just like this. If you have trouble with that, what I recommend you do is fold your paper in half, like so. Fold it in half again. And then you should have this triangle, and you take this corner and you fold it here, but you let this come out. So it goes like this. And then you'll take your other side and do the same. It should look like this when you are finished. Now, you're going to take this corner here and fold it into the center along this line running down the middle. You're going to do the same to the other side here. Once you've done that, also take this top part here and fold it along this line right here. unfold. You're also going to unfold these two. Now here comes a very tricky fold. You're going to take this corner here, this flap, and lift it upwards, and you want to fold along this crease that you just made. Like this. So now you have it like this, and you want to take these two flaps and you want to fold them in. So you're going to be making a fold right here. So fold it in like this. Once you've done that, you're going to do the same to this side. Now, we're going to flip this over and repeat that same process. You'll start by taking these two corners and folding them in. Then, you want to fold along this line here. Unfold these two flaps, and then we're going to take just this top flap here, folding along this line, this crease we've just made, like that, then fold these two flaps into the middle, making sure to crease both here and here and here on each side. Good. Now, you see you have it like this. You want these two flaps pointing away from you. You're going to take this corner and fold up to here. You're folding along the center here. I'm going to do that one on both sides. And then you're going to flip and do it here as well. To both sides. We're very close. Good job if you've made it this far. Now you're going to take this flap here and fold it over gently. You don't have to crease it very well. Flip and fold this one over as well. Now, there should be a crease here from previously, and you're going to fold this flap here up along that crease. Then you're going to flip over your piece of paper and do the same on this side. Now, you're going to take this corner here and fold it in half. You're going to flip it over and do the same. Now, you want to take this in here, you have it fold in half, and pull it outwards just a little bit like this. And to do the same on the other side. Ignore what I'm doing here, I'm just making it a little sharper. Like so. We're very close now. Next, we're going to form the head. So you're going to take this here, and fold it down wherever you would like your head to be. Then unfold. Now here comes a tricky fold. You're going to take this piece of paper, open it up, and fold this down, and then close it up again. And you can reach in there and pull out the paper crane head. If you'd like, you can make it larger or smaller, like so. Now for the last step, we're going to create our wings. You're going to take this flap here and fold it downwards. You're going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. And here you have a paper crane. If you'd like, you can very, very gently pull outwards on the wings and push down the center of the crane to create a bit more of a body. In this way, it can stand up by itself. All right, everyone, that is it for today for our craft. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to learn more origami designs, the internet is a wonderful place to do that. Bye-bye.
So, before we begin, we want to make sure that everything is clean. So we're going to start by washing our hands. Next, we want to make sure that all of our food is clean. So, we're just going to rinse everything off. Okay, so a couple of these things don't really need to be cut up. Like the carrots are already good, and the tomatoes, popcorn, you don't really need to cut that up. And now you can use all of your ingredients to make your faces. You can use any kind of round plate or tortilla thing that you want.
As Mr. Rogers says in this book, I'm glad that you are near. You've made this day a special day by just your being here. Last Stop on Market Street. Words by Matt de la Peña. Pictures by Christian Robinson. Last Stop on Market Street. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. Do you think the tree has a straw? From the stop, he watched water pool on the flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. Nana, how come we don't got a car? Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. And old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you. The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. See the dragon breathing fire on their bus? Oh, what's that I see? Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed, her deep laugh, and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same. Do you say good afternoon or hi to your neighbors? The bus lurched forward and stopped. Lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. How come we always gotta go here after church, CJ said. Miguel and Colby never have to go anywhere. I feel sorry for those boys, she told him. They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat. CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side. He watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. Have you ever given your seat to a neighbor? How come that man can't see? Boy, what do you know about seeing? Nana told him. Some people watch the world with their ears. That's a fact. Their noses, too, the man said, sniffing at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered, I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. How he saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves. He saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky. He saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. When you listen to some music, close your eyes, and I wonder what you will see. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows. He reached and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes, when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. Then CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. Oh, when he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." Oh, look, there's Bobo and the sunglass man and Trixie with her new hat. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now come on." Here they are at their soup kitchen. Have you ever been to a soup kitchen? Maybe you can visit a new neighborhood with your family and find beautiful like CJ and his Nana.
Hello neighbors, I'm Marion, and I'm here to lead you in the activity called Grateful with Every Step. This is a favorite of mine because it makes you feel so good. So with this activity, with each step, we express our gratitude or our thanks to someone or something that makes your life better. I'm going to tell you how to do this and show you how to do it. And then after the video, you can set it up at home or outside. It's a really easy thing to do. So the only things you need are to mark off a space, a walk, that is about 6 feet long. That's a little taller than most adults. And you can do this on a sidewalk, or you see, with me, I'm going to use my pencil tree cactus, and I'm going to use my chair. So you can do it in your house or your hallway. Mark things off with an object. You also might like something that makes a noise. And especially if there's more than one person doing this, you can make a noise to know when people start and stop. Because we might do this at a different pace. Okay, here's how it goes. You all start at one end, and with each step, you think of something or someone that makes your life better. Try to picture that person or that thing in your life. If it's a person, you might picture them standing right beside you. And then you silently say, "Thank you," or "I'm happy you're in my life." And then you take another step and you think of something else or someone else that makes your life better. And picture that in your mind and say silently, "Thank you," or "I'm happy you're in my life." Easy, right? Sometimes it helps to look down at the ground or the floor to help you concentrate or think this way. Then, when everybody gets to the end, someone can ring the bell and you can turn around and start over. Because we all have so much in our lives to be thankful for and grateful for. So you can do this activity as long as you want to. That's it. Easy. I want to thank you, young neighbors, for joining me today. And I want to especially thank Sue Van Oss for allowing me to be here with you today. I think Sue deserves one of my very good cheers, don't you? I want you to help me with this. So what you do is you think about all the things that she does, and you're very thankful and grateful for that. So what you do is you clap and you say, Sue does very good, yay! Sue does very good, yay! Sue does very good, yay! And while you're at it, give one to yourself, because you are amazing too. Thank you.
Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Kneels at the feet of his friends, silently washes their feet. Master who pours out himself to them. Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Neighbors are wealthy and poor, varied in color and race. Neighbors are near and are far away. Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. These are the ones we will serve, these are the ones we will love. All these are neighbors to us and you. Jesus, fill us with your love, show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you. Jesus, us with your love. Show us how to serve the neighbors we have from you.
Hello, neighbors. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'd like to teach you how to breathe. You might say, I already know how to breathe. But this is special. This breathing is calm, quiet breathing. You might want a yoga mat to lie down on or a blanket. And you might want to get a stuffed animal. I've got my moose to help me out today. And Daisy has selected a pig. This is my furry friend Daisy. She likes to do these breathing exercises with us. You can also use a pillow or a beanbag. So while you're getting those things ready, we'll just do a very easy deep breathing exercise. To do this, you just take a deep breath, and when you breathe out, you sing E-I-E-I-O. It goes like this. E-I-E-I-O. Let's try that again. E-I-E-I-O. And again. E-I-E-I-O. Well, let's begin our stuffed animal breathing exercise called rockabye. And if you need more time to get your things together, just pause this video. Now we're going to set Daisy up. We're going to put the pig right on top of her like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to lie down. Let's see, this has to go over her tummy. So let me put it like that. Is that better, Daisy? Good girl. Okay, so Moose is going to go on my tummy. I'm going to lie down with my legs flat on the floor. And I'm going to put Moose right on my tummy. You can put your arms down and just start to feel as you settle in the floor underneath your head and your back, underneath your arms and your legs. You are very grounded, very settled. Now set your stuffed animal up so it's settled too on your tummy. Now, when you take a deep breath in, the animal will rise up. And when you breathe out, the animal will go down. Breathe in, animal goes up. Breathe out, animal goes down. Try this with me. You might want to say silently to yourself as you breathe in, up and down as you breathe out. Up, down. Now close your eyes and try rocking your stuffed animal to sleep. Up and down, ever so gently, with deep breaths. Try this on your own for a minute or two. Now begin to feel the floor underneath your legs and your arms. You feel it underneath your back and your head. As you open your eyes, cradle your stuffed animal and slowly sit up. How was that, Daisy? How did you feel? Did you feel relaxed and calm? I know I did. So did Moose. Did you feel relaxed and calm, Daisy? Pig did. Pig is very much asleep. I want to thank you for joining me in a very special way, little neighbors. For trying this, you should give yourself a cheer. I call it the very good cheer. And here's how it goes. Very good, very good, yay! Join me in this, giving yourself a very good cheer. Very good, yay! How did you do? Very good, yay! You are amazing.